this threw me for a loop. But what I have in store for you is a little messy. So you might want to sit down for this because I'm gonna try to keep it real cutesy and real demure because it's definitely giving messy boots, but in the best possible way. So I don't want you to get scared. Okay, I don't want you to get scared. But you are going to be replacing people on social media. You are going to be replacing other celebrities, teachers, experts, I don't know, public speakers, star messengers. You are here to replace those that are going through whatever they be going through. There is a change taking place, and you will be a part of the new wave in this. Like, there's a whole switch up happening with our influencers. And wherever you thought you fell short, or maybe you compared yourself to others, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I am giving the same thing, or I don't know why I'm not getting the same amount of attention. However long you've been working on whatever you've been working on, it is about to be your turn and time to shine because you've been the real one the whole time. You've been authentic and genuine from the jump, off the cuff, off the rip, all the things. You don't need to be bashful. It even has me grinning in a weird type of way because I'm like, if you look at what's going on in the public eye, there are a lot of people falling from grace or falling off their high horse or falling from the pedestal that the public put them on. It doesn't matter if you are looking at it politically, in the entertainment industry, like, you just see that this is a year of truth. No matter when you're watching this, this is your year of truth where things are being exposed and things are being uncovered. And this is going to be where you get to rise up with all of the other underdogs that have been patiently waiting their turn. Now, these people that are falling from grace, they look elegant. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of viewers. They have a big following. They have a lot of popularity. But whatever is going on politically, entertainment-wise, on social media, there is a shift. And it's time for your expansion. You are being prepared for a transition. So you guys might be having weird things going on. I didn't even write this down because I was so excited to tell you. But seriously, there are people that are trying to pass off as a bad influence. They're not a good influence, or they're trying to pass off as a good influence, but they're actually a bad influence. So you guys could actually be getting like headaches, migraines, things that are like on the tipping point. It's going to matter a lot that you're taking care of your body right now, that you're taking care of your mind, your body, your soul. You are being put to the test. Like, your cat spirit is here to shine, where others acted like they were a good influence, weren't actually standing on business. And now this transition's taking place for you to step in. And I don't want to say like to replace these people, but people are looking for truth. You're not the only one looking for truth. Other people are bored with the fake, the effery. Other people are bored with the unintelligent preaching, whatever they're preaching. And I'm not saying this to bash anyone. It's just what I'm channeling, and it's coming in hot. You could be going through a third eye activation. So maybe you've been feeling like dizzy, lightheaded. You feel like things are shifty. It's a lot with your crown, your brow, and your third eye. So all of these things are being activated. So really pay attention to what you're downloading and what you're channeling, because you are spot on. People that are falling from grace right now, again, they come off with a lot of dignity, a lot of class, but they're going to be showing their most petty boots, messy, unintelligent side. And for some reason, this has to be exposed for the collective that I'm speaking to get their turn. It's like you guys have been waiting behind the scenes for your time to shine, but you've been getting disciplined. You've been getting your head in the game. Every day you wake up acting as if that spotlight is coming today. So whoever I'm speaking to, it's finally your turn. It is finally your turn to be seen. You are getting some shocking information, but just as you're getting shocking information about what you're supposed to bring to the equation of star messengers, other people are in need of your message. They're in need of the truth. People yearn for that right now. There are so many icky people that are showing their true colors right now. It's actually very telling and revealing, because riddle me this. It's like people don't think that the collective is that smart, or the public is that smart, or their viewers are that smart. And where no one would have thought that before or been the wiser, that is very apparent now. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's coming off as we're dummies. We need to stop what we're doing. We need to stop and pay attention to you. And it's showing where we followed other people blindly, and we ain't going to be doing that no more. We are not going to be doing that anymore. Somebody that is falling from grace, now there's not just a somebody, there's several somebodies that are falling from grace. And so you have empathy towards them, but at the same time, they're just digging their hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And you have been there, done that, and got the t-shirt and got the trauma to prove it. So you're not making it about you. This is your time to shine, but it's just coming from some very messy circumstances. So this is like celebrities, politicians, people that are influencers especially, that are being exposed for being fraudulent, whether it's a family, a bigger influencer, a motivational speaker, whether it's for comedy, parody, it does not matter. Each and every one of you tuning in and each and every one of you watching has your own gift. And I'm telling you, if you would just watch what's going on social media alone, you're going to be like, oh, that's my category. That's my work arena. That's what I'm good at. Dang, that's crazy that happened to them. But what you're not seeing is you are being initiated. You are being prepped. You are, with other messengers, being prepped for this spotlight, and it's going to be more exciting. There is a lot of betrayal going viral right now. All types of betrayal. And this is not what you're going to be famous for. Now, you might be saying, oh my gosh, girl, bestie, I don't want to be famous. You don't have to be famous in I want to be a celebrity. I want to be on a record label, whatever. Not that type of famous. What you're going to be famous for is speaking positivity and life into people. Whether you are an artist, think about Bob Ross. Think about Bob Marley. Think about Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, all the people. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to connect to the message. For each category that there is, you will be that positive light and that positive force that comes through and saves the day. So you don't have to think celebrity like Adele or Billie Eilish. Do you know what I mean? Think way bigger than that and way more into a legacy. You're not going to be some type of one-hit wonder. Riddle me what? You're not going to be out here a one-hit wonder. And that is why you have been in the trenches for so long. Okay, I want you guys to comment down below how long you've been in the trenches preparing for your comeuppance, to be seen, to be properly seen. So let me say it like this. There's a lot of you that you're getting seen, you're getting some momentum. This is all to build your character, your authenticity, for you to stay in it, keep your head in the game. But now it's time for bigger, better, and badder. So there are people that are showing their true colors with their partnerships, whether they're married, acted like they were married. Ooh, that sounds bad. I'm not trying to point my finger at one person. what I mean is like by best friends. It could be two guys, two girls. It could be a guy and a girl. It doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. But you're going to be seeing this play out with friendships. Like, you'll see it with like the Diddy thing. His relationships with his people. That's all going every which way from Sunday. So you're seeing close relationships and people that were riding for each other in the limelight fighting because they were standing on some sand. They were standing on some lies. So there have been a lot of things that you are observing. You are a very intelligent person. I tell you all the time how savage your intellect is. Now, you might be looking at these people online and on the TV and in your day-to-day. Like, I don't even know how they got what they got. And everyone has their own journey. I've also told you guys before, like, I would never want to go viral overnight because, and I wouldn't even have the gravitas. I wouldn't even have the discipline. Okay, gravitas is the ancient Roman virtue of vigor, strength, and seriousness. I wouldn't even have that. So building that over time is way better. So you're ready for the little ups and downs, and you can really mentally brace yourself for anything crazier that could come along. So yeah, this is crazy to me. You are the person, the family, the marriage, the speaker, the spiritual advisor. You are the person that people have been waiting for. And they just didn't even know it. So a lot of people are caught off guard by the chaos that is unfolding on social media. And it's very unfortunate. But God is saying, this is your prep period. Your angels are getting you ready. They've been helping you adapt. They've been helping you put in the work. You've been second guessing because you've been watching everyone else flourish in such a big way. Not that you haven't been flourishing, but you're like, I feel like I should be doing a little bit better. I feel like things are definitely moving slower for me. Things are about to pick up speed for you in ways that you couldn't even imagine. So don't change your mind. Don't back up out of this spotlight. I know you might feel unsure because you're not wanting to take anyone's place, but there is this need, this very big need for people that are honest, that are sure. And even when they're unsure, they admit it. They don't do things that contradict. You put your things on Front Street. And a lot of people right now are getting exposed for pretending that they put their things on Front Street, not following through, not being who they say they are, shaming other people that are going through things. Like, I'm telling you guys, the way that you're going to be seeing people's true colors unfold, and you might see it even in a different way than the everyday collective, because you're chosen. Because you are chosen. Maybe you were intimidated by some of these influencers, bigger creators, celebrities. Maybe you were intimidated by their communication style. Why? Why are you intimidated by their communication style? They've probably been to a lot of therapy. You feel me? You are beyond smarter, and it will be your time to shine. You could have been intimidated because some of these people, they have richer families, wealthier backing. They don't seem like they ever flounder or struggle. There's no need for you to be intimidated because your wealth is going to carry you way further than whatever they've always had to lean on. A lot of these people, they've been getting their money in shady ways, or it was people blindly giving them things, and that for some reason is a part of their path, and the destruction of that is also part of that. So though you don't wish that on them, that is all happening so you can step into your position. This is really crazy. Like, all of this has to happen, but know this. People's tea is all over the street. Dirty laundry is everywhere. There are things that they tried to hide. It's not being properly executed. Things that they are normally like on the up and up on how they present, it's not hitting right now. And it's showing and it's proving that they are unintelligent or that they are unhealthy or that they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. This kind of reminds me of like the Ace family, and I don't really watch their stuff, but it reminds me of, Michaela, whatever her name is with the fake accent that does really well. Like it reminds me of all of these influencers that present one thing, but behind the scenes are actually doing another. And then they're corrupt with their money and all the things. You are here because you're going to be something so much more substantial than that. The way that you're going to help people with blessings, opportunities, liberating themselves, independence, creating real healthy boundaries. You don't need to be bashful that this is your gift. You don't need to be bashful that this is your talent. You might be feeling shy, like, well, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to, replace. No, you were always going to shine. You were always going to be in the spotlight. You were always going to be a celebrity. You are the true gem. You are the real catch. Will the real gem please stand up? That be you, bestie. So the people that are watching you have a lot of supporters. You have way more supporters than you realize. People that really want to see you win. And those numbers are about to multiply because, again, there's a lot of spiraling going on in the public eye and on social media. There's people's betrayals being aired out, their marriages being aired out, their family-ish, their things that are actually harmful to the collective. And you are here to help shift, expand, transition, and develop those that want to be developed. So you are bringing in like a new generation, a new wave, a new thing. And it's actually like, it's just what you've been needing. It's the promotion that you have been waiting for from the divine. Like you are about to be on the divine's payroll. The whole time you've been the classy, sophisticated, graceful, and you've been the one the whole time. And though you might not have felt like you were, you're going to start seeing by all these, all this debauchery everywhere you turn, everywhere you scroll, that you were made for this. You are the total package. And it's going to shock a lot of people that you are ready to step up to the plate because, there's a lot of rumors going on with other people. And this is going to be an opportunity for you to show what and how people should handle certain circumstances where you are an expert in. So where you thought maybe you had something missing, like, oh, I don't know if I'm, good for this or if I have it all. You don't have anything missing. It's complete because you bring a sense of confidence and authenticity that people cherish and they really resonate with. So you should be really excited that people are going to be so thrilled and pumped about being able to watch somebody like you online. You will be famous on social media. And the more you practice doing this and stepping into such a big role, the more your brain will be like, okay, we've done this before, we could do it again. We've done this before, we could do it again. So it's really programming your brain to know, like, we were born for this. Like, we got this. Justice is coming. Not only are you the shining example, you are what people have. You're the judge that people have been waiting for. You're the example. You're the relationship. You're the influencer. You're the good advice, the real advice that people have been waiting for. I feel like you genuinely de-influence all the time. You don't get some of these people on social media. You're like, I get them, but I don't click with them. I get them, but I don't vibe with them. I don't get why people blindly follow them or why people blindly like them. And that is because, once everyone else is doing it, they start doing that. And you're like, I don't understand the sheep mentality. And that is changing. People are tired of getting treated like they're stupid or like their voice doesn't matter. You are here to give people a voice. You guys could unfollow people often because you just clock things at a rapid rate. You don't you can hear things that other people miss. You can see things that other people miss. And so when you're watching the collective follow blindly, you're just like, for what? I don't really understand. And you still stood in your truth. So you are going to help others make the change that they're scared to make, to create the boundaries that they're scared to create. You are going to help people find their voice and their fighting spirit. You will help people around you become star messengers and spiritual gladiators. There is a lot of justice unfolding where things that happened to you were unjust. There could have been a lot of other people in your work arena that tried to sabotage you or tried to even mimic you while downplaying whatever it is that you do, wanting you to walk on eggshells, wanting you to basically cancel yourself and walk out the door so they don't have to compete with your authenticity. You are being brought back to life after feeling unsure. Like, I don't know if this is what I should really be doing. Maybe I'm never going to get that momentum. Maybe I'm never going to get that chance. And that chance is coming in now. Okay, there were some other pieces of the puzzle that needed to be moved. There was an awakening that needed to happen where we don't follow people blindly off of whatever. And your unpopular opinion is another thing that people are really going to appreciate. So you might think, oh, I maybe need to dim that down. Or I feel like anything that you deliver, you can do it in such a gracious and nice way that it's not taken as like an offense or a slight or backhanded. People really like listening to you because you are a cosmic prodigy. You are original at anything that you do. You are very unique, uniquely talented. There are other people in your work arena, they express a lot of meanness or greediness or possessiveness that they always tried to hide before. So again, pay attention to this, because as this is unfolding everywhere you look, it is because you're coming through the door. It's your turn. I want you to affirm it below. It's my turn. How do you like me now? It is my turn. I have a job to do. Okay, affirm it below. I have a job to do. I am on the divine's payroll. So what you're seeing right now is people that are fed up. People that are already in the position, that are falling from grace. They're fed up. They feel like they can say whatever they want. They feel like it doesn't matter. And they're just being outed, or they're outing themselves for being an energy vampire or a narcissist or somebody that's not caring or compassionate. And it's making these people look like toddlers or petulant children. Something that is so easy for you to not even do, these people are out here doing with a large audience, thinking that it can easily be undone. And it just goes to show that they have no appreciation, or they take for granted what they have. Like, you are never going to treat your clients or your followers or your subscribers or your patrons or whoever like garbage or like they're dumb. I don't know. You guys are happy that people are being seen for who they are, not because you want these people to fall from grace, but because you know what you bring to the table. You know what you bring to the equation. You are not going to walk on eggshells anymore. And your unpopular opinion is going to have its day in the sun. It's going to have its day to shine. So don't think that, oh, I shouldn't say this like this, or I need to dim what I say. Again, you have delivery. Your delivery is different. Don't be intimidated by these other people that have more, or it's like they're effing it up. Literally watch online, everywhere you go, they're effing it up. You are going to cause a stir, and people are listening. They're like, wow, that stuck with me. Okay, you will have people tuning in and supporting you like never before. Big money blocks in your life are being lifted. Things are going to be doubling in your life, if not tripling. So where you wanted to make more, you're like, I just want to make a little bit more. It's going to double or triple. I'm telling you, in the next month, you are going to consistently double or triple your money. And that's just the beginning. That is just the beginning. Look at this. We have money blocks lifted, moving in silence. Okay, so it's important that you're moving in silence because there are monitoring spirits and people that they have their ears to the ground. They know, they've been keeping an eye on you. Does that make sense? Like, you might think these people, they don't really know about you because they've never said anything to you, but they know exactly who you are. For 80% of you, depending on how long you've been doing whatever you're doing, they know who you are and they are aware of you. And so they've been keeping their ear to the ground, like, oh, I wonder when they're going to come out onto the scene. I wonder when they're going to come out and do their thing. You are always destined to be the talk of the town, the talk in your area, like your zip code, your town, your city, wherever. You're going to represent. You're going to represent. You are the help that people have been waiting for. People are over here bored with the same old toxic people, acting like they're higher and mightier than thou. They're self-righteous and they don't even follow their own advice. They're being exposed and they're fighting it tooth and nail. You're going to be seeing people fight this tooth and nail, and it just shows even more about their character. So it's like they're digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper, showing that they've been fake the whole time. They're fraudulent. They never meant anything that they said. And maybe some of these people, you even like them a little bit, so it's a little bit disappointing, but you always knew it was in them all along. Okay, that part won't be for everybody, but you either didn't understand what all the fuss was about, or you wanted to like them, you were cheering for them, you were rooting them on, but you just still didn't understand what the fuss was about. You're just like, I don't understand, and I don't know, it's just, it had to happen that way. It had to happen that way, so you had the discipline, so you had the vigor, the strength, and the seriousness to take on this gigantic task, which is your purpose and your expansion. You are getting ready for a quantum leap because this money and the advances that are coming into your life, they're not going anywhere again. It's going to seem like, whoa, is that for me? I'm not sure. Like, am I going to be able to sustain that? And yes, you will. Everyone is talking about your newest transformation. Have you been bashful? Have you been shy? Like, oh, I don't know if I should show people like what I've been working on. I don't know if I should tell people. And I feel like you might not feel comfortable today, but you're warming up to that. So just remember that. You don't have to be ready like right now to tell everybody your whole life story. But there are things that you will feel intuitively guided and nudged to say. Sit on that for a minute and then get ready to share it, because you don't need anyone else's approval but God's, the divines, the Most High, whoever it is that you pray to. We also have all of the money that has been taken from you over the years, from family, from crappy bosses and coworkers. That is being returned to you. And you're also going to see this playing out. There was a lot of money that was stolen from people or taken and, I don't know, maybe wasn't deserved. So that's another thing that's happening, is it's being siphoned from the people that never really should have had it. I don't know. That's just what I'm channeling. People are bored with the lies. People are bored with the frauds. Okay? You will be the first millionaire in your family. You will be the first millionaire in your family. When you come onto the scene, there might be some people going to run and hide. They're definitely going to be staying in or avoiding you or isolating themselves, and that's very unfortunate. You don't wish that for anyone. But at the same time, you've patiently waited your turn. You have patiently waited your turn. Okay, let's see what else is going on, because I'm just like, wait. Okay, your glow up is turning heads. We have the shortcut, the Wheel of Fortune. Don't turn up on these haters. Let me pull out a couple. Okay, so we have the Raven. You are finally ready to let go of something. Is this you playing it small? Is this you comparing yourself to others? Like, well, I mean, they just do it so like this and that. But, I mean, really, when you break it down, some of them are giving off basic And I don't know. It's just the frauds are being exposed for some reason, and you are ready to let go of the fact that you maybe thought for a long time that you weren't enough. Even though you have been being prepared for this for a long time, you still felt like, well, I don't know if I'm enough. I don't know if maybe I should go back. Maybe I should go back. No. You are intimidating a whole bunch of people because you are moving onward and upward. You are getting real bad and real bold and real, sassy. Like, I'm sorry, this is what I asked for, this is what I wanted, and this is what you need to do for me. You've been magnetic since birth, and you naturally attract people towards you. But now you're going to be attracting even more powerful allies. Okay? Don't turn up on these haters. You're going to be seeing them on your social media, in your DMs, in your comments, in your mailbox. You're going to be seeing this in little doses. Little doses. They could be people from fake accounts trying to pull you up out of your seat. Devil energy trying to pull you up out of your seat before you even freaking get there. I don't think so. We don't play that. Okay? Haters are irrelevant. And yeah, how you're getting the spotlight may seem messy in the scheme of things, but you're not the one controlling. You're not the one pulling the strings. We have the Wheel of Fortune. How many times have you been sitting in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune? You're like, oh, that would be cool if I had that or this. And okay, I'll get there. Or the bottom. And you're like, okay, this isn't the worst thing that I've been through. It's your turn to be at the top of this wheel. Everybody else was taking shortcuts for their instant gratification, repeating things that their mentor, their teacher, their experts told them. People have been out here regurgitating the same lines. That is being exposed. You might say the same lines, but you'll say it different ways. It's just not the same. I don't know how to explain that. It's just not the same in the sense that you're not doing it to be manipulative when you repeat things. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you just naturally repeat things because it might be helpful to the situation. But there are people around you that are being exposed for repeating the same thing to you, to them, to get out of something. Does that make sense? And like, that's getting caught. That shade and that manipulation is being caught. It's being broadcasted. It's being aired out. These nice nasty or these fake people that are like, I'm so nice, riddle me what, you're gonna be seeing that aired out everywhere. People that were so nice or so influential or so real. Real recognizes real, and you didn't recognize a lot of people for that. So, and you still kept that opinion to yourself. You weren't out here like, well, I don't think they're real. You're not on some type of hate bashing train. You're just silently observing. You're just silently observing. So as everyone's talking about your newest transformation and that you're looking different and you're talking different and you're moving different and you're laughing and smiling differently, you're just emanating a lot of light. People are so over the fake and the baloney. They want people that are real, or girl's girl or guy's guy. They want people that are what they say they are. And they show that and they back it up and they stand on business over and over and over and over again. People will be addicted to your truth because it is your truth. They will be addicted to the things that you say because everybody out here is craving that, and it's almost like everyone's low-key manifesting that. A whole year of truth. Because everyone's so sick of how things need to be portrayed on social media for the clout, the clicks, the whatever. That, yeah, those things have to be exposed because that's not who we're supposed to be following blindly off a cliff wherever the heck. You need people, the collective needs people that can admit when they're wrong, then that can admit when they don't know something, or they made an error, or they said something that they shouldn't have, or they misspoke, or they lost their temper. Everybody needs somebody like that. And we've got a lot of people out here that don't take accountability, they gaslight, they victim shame, and I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. So you will be creating a whole family dynamic for people that support you. They are going to feel like your family. They are going to feel close to you. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're going to have a way of bringing people in, and they're going to feel like, I know them, I love them. Like, you don't know how to explain it, but you're a big deal. You are a really big deal. Someone is in love with you. BT dub, someone is in love with you and doesn't know how to tell you. I don't know what that's about. Hold on, let me see if I can find out more. Ooh, this could be people online. This could be people online watching you. They're like, oh my gosh, they're so cool, or they're so beautiful, and I don't know how to tell them that I like them. So somebody might be sliding into your DMs or trying to tell you something. I don't know. Be prepared for that. You do have a lot of admirers right now. Okay. Follow your intuition. I'm hearing follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow your intuition. I feel like you're going to help people with proper manifestation. You're going to help people with relationship advice. You are going to help people with their living situations, with their money blocks, their family situations. Like, you are going to be the ultimate guru, but that's just out here, real. Okay? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Shira 7, like sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, some of the things she'd be saying is like, wait, what? But she stands on what she wants and does that and lives that. And we're unfortunately seeing people right now that aren't living that and saying that. And I don't want to like name names or anything, but there's been a lot going on in the public eye, and it's just very sad. It's very sad. The blaming, the shaming, the things, like, I know we're all seeing it. We're all seeing it, and I'm like, dang, what in the frick is going on? You are making the change. Yes, I can be that person. I've been that person, and I'm going to be that in all areas of my life. So what you're doing right now in your life is preparing for this expansion. Again, it's the prep period of you saying, okay, this person did this to me, and I didn't really like that, so I'm going to say something. You're no longer going to brush certain things under the rug or sugarcoat, whatever. You're getting ready to manifest your every wish. You are getting ready to hit the ground running. Affirm it below. I am about to manifest my every wish, and I will hit the ground running. Period. Like, I'm sure all the time I have unpopular opinion. I try not to say it all the time, but I know that there are certain current events that I would have maybe unpopular opinion on, or maybe some of you guys would agree with me, but your opinion has arrived and people want to know. The people that don't want to know are the people that don't want the truth. The signs are already with you on what you need to say with your whole chest. Okay, so an example of this is, I'm not really digging the stuff that's going on with like the Wizard Liz. I'm trying so hard not to speak on it, but it's really hard. I'm not really digging the things that are going on in that current situation, because I feel like there's ways to go about things. And I'm not saying that people are not, their emotions aren't running high. It's a very high emotional situation, but there's also another person that was, a victim and was trying to validate or corroborate Liz's story. And instead of maybe being a little bit nicer and being like, I appreciate that, but I'm trying to stay out of this mess, or whatever, just anything, there was a whole bunch of things said and then deleted, and then said and deleted. And when you have that many followers on social media, you can post it for 2 minutes and everyone has already screenshot it. Because these are things that are going viral right now and people being exposed. I literally watched a video earlier today where the girl Abby, the ex-girlfriend, Landon's ex, that was saying, he hit me, he pushed me, he stalked me, He followed me to different countries. He followed me to different states. He's a dangerous person. And no one's going to tell me anything different. Okay? Now, us bowing down to the wizard Liz, wouldn't we think that she's smarter than that? Well, we would hope that she is, but this is definitely going to be a learning lesson for her, because he ain't a good person and he ain't done with her neither. They got a whole 18 years of dealing with stuff. He also got this other girl pregnant. Okay, and this was just last year. So he was talking to her in July and then engaged to Liz in September. So I'm just saying that to say this. Liz and her sister could have handled that in a different way, and it's just coming off very petty. And instead of just not saying anything at all, it's like you opened Pandora's box. You can say that you were being transparent and this, that, and the third, but you opened Pandora's box by saying, this person cheated on me and this is what I'm doing. And it was open for discussion, even though you maybe didn't want to open for discussion. And again, there's a lot of emotional moving pieces right now that shouldn't be emotionally being moved. But either way, there are all of these truth things coming out about certain people, and it's just sad. It's so sad to see people's true colors, what they focus on, what they nitpick, what they want you to see, what the gaslighting tactics are. But yeah, I was literally watching a video earlier where this psychologist, and he's like a dating teacher, like a love coach. And I feel like he's a real love coach, and I don't feel like he even gets enough credit. Maybe I'll share his video with members only. Either way, ADHD, hold on. He shared a video where Abby was showing Landon's ex, all of the emails of him like, I'm praying for us to be together. Well, it's in your hands. Well, it's in God's hands. And I'm praying for us, and I'll never make that mistake again. And it's pathetic, and da-da-da-da. And then side by side with those apologies from a year ago when he was cheating on her and she was pregnant and he was being crazy. Side by side is his apology to everyone about how he cheated on Liz. And it is literally him regurgitating the same mess. I was pathetic. I was weak. I prayed for forgiveness. I prayed for strength. Ugh. Side by side, these things were. They put it side by side with the emails, the text messages, his fake whack apology. Like, you are going to teach people to be smarter than this. And I'm not saying that to shun her in any ways. I'm sending her so much love and support. I just think that this is getting really wild and out of hand. But we all learn things the hard way. I feel like a lot of us take the scenic route, especially in love. Love can blind us. Love can make us do crazy things. You're going to help people see where they need to do things for themselves, not for other people and their expectations, but for them. So I hope that makes sense, and let me know if you guys have been keeping up on that drama and you know what's going on. You are showing people what the real deal is. You're going to be here showing people not only what the real deal is, you're not going to be acting. You guys have a lot of people out here acting, and you think a lot before you judge. So before you start giving yourself a hard time, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, maybe I should, I think about that all the time, because I don't like to name drop, but we are talking about, like a public figure, and I feel like this person's more public than others. So, and then, sometimes I wait till the end of the video to say things, because I feel like, my real ones are going to be like, yeah, I get you, and they made it to the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you are feeling light as a feather right now because you do think first before you judge. You don't just judge others harshly, like, oh my gosh, Linda, why are you dating Bobby still? Why are you doing this, that, and the third? Like, you're not like that. So don't even give yourself a hard time. And don't be out here trying to give me a hard time either, because I'm not here for that. Okay. We have personal stalker. Go ahead. Maybe one of your talents is helping people see the signs, the red flags of what a stalker is. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't ask people enough questions. Now, this is going to kind of go into love a little bit, but just take the message where you need it. Sometimes we need to ask people more questions. Like, sometimes you need to let your date ramble, because they'll just be telling you things. You feel me? And this way you can find out what happened with them and their ex. Why are they not together? Why didn't it work out? If you just let them talk, they'll probably just tell you. Maybe even on accident, like why their relationships went awry. Somebody could be trying to talk to you in a vulgar way or in a fresh way. Again, this is like the love department. You're not here for that. But I do see you being really kind before you judge others harshly. Let me give you guys an example. Today I had to bartend, and I had this kid that I think didn't really have anywhere to be. I couldn't tell if he was homeless or not, and I've been homeless. I've been on the street. I've lived in my car. I've had a lot of situations where I didn't have a place to stay. So my heart just like kind of ached for him, but at the same time I couldn't let him loiter at our place of business. So he comes in, he gets a drink of water, or he asks for water. I get him water, and he's just kind of hanging out. And it was really hot outside, so I was just like, I'm just gonna let him like hang out in here, but even though that's probably not a good idea. So I'm doing that. And then he leaves, and then he comes back. And then he orders some food to go. So he's outside with his to-go box, and he's chilling, and he's rolling a blunt. Okay, I'm like, perfect. I need to deal with this today. So he's rolling a blunt, and I'm just like, freaking don't like that. Don't like that. Please don't like that. Because, riddle me what, as people are walking in the front door, you can't just be smoking a blunt outside. You can't just be doing that. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, not today, Satan, not today. And so he lights it. You can smell it everywhere. You can smell it in the front patio, the side patio, the back patio. You could smell it in the kitchen. You could just, not in the kitchen, but you could smell it in the bar. You could smell it. And I'm like, because people are going in and out. So the doors are just fuming it in as people are going in the side door, in the patio door, in the front door. And I'm like, so I got there and I'm like, hi. I was like, my love, you can't smoke that out here. And he's like, oh, I just saw the sign. I'm thinking, riddle me what? If you wanted to smoke a cigarette out here, you could totally do that, but that's not a cigarette. And he was just so like, his face was like, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt so, why do I feel bad? But I felt bad. And so I was like, hey, you cannot smoke that here, there, anywhere on this property, or I will have to call law enforcement. And I really don't want to do that. I was like, so you're going to have to leave. Okay. And he was like, okay, yeah, I don't want you to call law enforcement. And I was like, because you never know sometimes who you're about to be dealing with. But I was just like, just be calm and just be kind. But I was just like, hey, you can't do that here. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I hate having to ask people to leave, but you know the difference between a crazy, a stalker. So remember that, okay? Because some people, like, they might just take that opportunity to misuse their power, and you don't do that. That is why you are the leader. You are the messenger that everyone has been waiting for, because you aren't quick to judge people. You really like assess things, let people dig their holes, let people say all these different things. You let them go off on tangents. You let them spiral before you say whatever you need to say. This is something that you've really disciplined yourself in. And this is one of the reasons, just one of the many reasons, that your potential is endless. You will have an opportunity to be near a beach or have a life-changing vacation. I'm getting that you have a life-changing vacation on the way, one that you have been waiting for. So maybe you've been getting something ready. I don't know. You've got a lot of things that you're getting ready. You have a lot of ducks that you're getting in a row. And maybe you thought like, nothing's going anywhere. I've been working out. I've been doing this. I've been eating good. I feel like trying to get your summer body or whatever you're doing. And these things are coming together because people are talking about it. They are noticing a change in you. So though you might have some personal stalkers, you're unapologetic, you're unafraid, and you're also kind. You're very kind. You're not quick to shame others. I don't know, just the way that you treat people in general is what it's what the world needs right now. You're going to give people a different lens, a different scope. Like, just because you're pretty or attractive doesn't mean that you haven't been through some things. You don't look like the things that you've been through, but you also don't regurgitate a bunch of BS to people. That makes sense? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So prepare to be vindicated with the people that you just didn't understand. You really tried to understand, but there was a reason why you didn't click with certain people. There was a reason why you didn't follow or subscribe to other people's BS. And that there was something with them that you couldn't put your finger on. So get ready for adventure. Get ready to be vindicated. Get ready for money blocks to be lifted. Affirm it below. Money blocks are being lifted. Money blocks are being lifted. So there were some people, they weren't pulling their weight, and that's why you're being rewarded is you pull more than your weight. You're actually learning to pull less than your weight. Other people that have been getting rewarded have been taking shortcuts and cheap shots. And so something that you're going to be doing is making sure that you have more balance. So again, we have justice and order is being restored. You didn't even think this was a possibility. That is how high up some of these people seem to you. You didn't even think it was a possibility for you to be in this type of limelight or this type of expansion. But yeah, some of these people have been watching you anyways and have been trying to get more attention by acting like you. And it backfired. This is what it reminds me of. Somebody wanting to go blonde in one sitting. You know, as somebody that has black hair, you know, like my hair is dark, so going blonde, gotta do it slow. This is like somebody wanting that result now. Now, there are a lot of examples out there. Bad things happen when you rush things. You feel me? We've all been there. And so you really appreciate the fact that you are protected. But this is the bottom line. People want what you have, and they're watching you, and they're silently observing you, but they want it fast. So they can seem like they've been had it like that. And what you do, you really stand out. For those of you that have been in your purpose for a while, you guys have been standing out. And so then you catch people's eye, then they're straight breaking their neck to see what you're doing. And then they want to get what you have at the snap of their fingers within a day. A good relationship within a day. They want your hair within a day. And it's like, this actually took a lot of work and sacrifice. So I don't understand what you're trying to snap your fingers and get. Protected. You guys are protected. You definitely have some fake high priestesses around you that are like, they don't want to give you any credit. They're not a girl's girl. They're not a guy's guy, whatever the case. And they want to feel like what you have is easy to obtain. And God is showing them right now that it's not. God is showing them right now that it's not. It is not. It is not easy to obtain a love like what you have, a relationship like what you have, beauty like what you have. Like, your beauty within and outside of you is not anything that's easily obtained because of the spiritual training ground that you've been on and that you take very seriously. Because you already might feel like you wasted some years where you didn't take it seriously. So you're like, I'm not going backwards for nobody to be messy, petty, or this, that, and the third. You are the big bad wolf of the forest. You didn't think that you were good enough for Wall Street, or you were good enough for certain buildings, or do you know what I mean? Like you felt like you might be out of place. Like, oh, I might look too to go into this place. You can fit in anywhere. Stop giving yourself a hard time. If anything, you judge yourself harshly. And this is something you're learning to undo as the star. to see yourself correctly. Okay? So you are cutting cords with this old version of you that feels like your self-care isn't enough, your beauty isn't enough, and you are more than enough. And God is going to show you why. The divine is going to show you why. Okay, let's get you guys some wealth affirmations. You're going to have people second guessing how you got what you got, where you got it, how you got there. But people are going to be tuning in to your frequency. Okay? Relaxation activates the frequency of abundance within me. Relaxation activates the frequency of abundance within me. My energy is the currency of the cosmos. I like saying my energy is the currency of the universe, or, something like that. The universe is continuously working to bring me the abundance that I desire. The universe is continuously working to bring me the abundance that I desire. I don't know. I don't know if you guys, I feel like you guys have been doing new affirmations. You guys have been doing subliminals. You guys have been, you've got concoctions, subliminals, hypnosis, like prayers, affirmations, resting, meditate. You're on it right now. Okay, you've seen what doesn't work for you and what does work for you. Did I say that right? What does and doesn't work for you. And now you're paying attention. You're listening to your body. You're listening to your intuition. Okay. We have, last but not least, I am divinely designed to be the universe's vessel for wealth. Sometimes you look at other people, right, and you're like, oh yeah, they were designed for wealth. So were you. You might think like, oh, my body's never going to look like that. My house is never going to look... Stop. You were divinely designed. You were divinely orchestrated to be the universe's vessel for wealth. You, Bob or Barbara, the builder, you are the architect, and God is going to build it. You are the architect, and the universe is going to build it because you deserve it. How long have you waited? Okay. So I'm hearing like pack your bags because like you're going to be moving up out of places a lot faster than you thought. I'm just saying, like, if you didn't want to live with your parents for forever, if you didn't want to rent forever, whatever it is, like you're going to be moving a lot faster than you thought. And going on vacations, like maybe there are these dream vacations you're like, I'm never going to be able to afford that. There's no way. You are going to be in awe of what is built for you through what you have built in your mind and what is going to transpire. Okay. I hope this message made sense because I've been working all day. I'm sure it did. And I know it's going to help you guys out there. I love you guys so much. Drop your favorite affirmation. Don't forget to smash the, hit the bell. You do not want to miss out on future live streams because they are for subscribers to participate only. And what else? Patreon link is down below. If you are looking for exclusive ad-free content, there are over 200 ad-free pick-a-cards on my Patreon. And it is only $11.11 a month. It used to be $15, $17, and $20 something dollars, but I've lowered the price in the last year. So you might want to check that out. You can cancel at any time. It's a great way to support the channel. If you made it all the way to the end of this message, I want you to drop a feather down below. You're going to be feeling light as a feather out here. Everybody else that thought they were high and mighty and they're going to be stiff as a board. Just saying. Like, this is your time to shine. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. Don't be second guessing. This is your moment. This is your moment. So there's like, I feel like there's like this build up to it being your moment. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you in the comment. Drop your feathers below if you made it all the way to the end, which I appreciate you guys so much. And I look forward to speaking to you and hearing, what's going on. I love you guys. Bye.